What's up, everyone? Why did I think that song was longer today? I was like, when is it going to stop? But what is up, everyone? This is Tea Time with Robyn. What's up, Robyn? You know who I have here. What's up, Robyn? How you doing? I know.
Well, listening to the music, the intro music today was the first time it didn't creep me out in weeks. So that's a good start.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. Because normally you're either laughing at it or just like,
Creeped out. Sometimes
right.
creepy. Okay.
Right. So what's up, everyone? We are back. Like I said, this is Tea Time with Robyn. We are on the Building Buffalo Network. Go over there and check out some amazing content over there Monday through Sunday. That game, round 2 of the Patriots, the Buffalo Bills beat down. Ooh, not the Patriots. The Jets, my bad. The Patriots. The Jets, 40-14. I really wanted to shut out. I wanted them to shut them out. Well, the starter shutting them out, so I guess it was cool. Yeah. Tyrod came in and was like, no, I'm scoring. They locked in the number 2 seed in the AFC and finished with a season of undefeated at home. First time since 1990.
Ding, ding, ding.
So how do you feel about the
game? So that was the beginning of our Super Bowl run.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So let's look at that as a good omen. And this time, we better win it.
Yes. And Happy New Year. I'm sorry.
Happy New Year to everybody. I forgot about the New Year. It'll take me a month to write 2025.
Yes. Thank you, Kathy. I don't know. It seems like it's just 2024 to me. Like I know. Even though I did celebrate a little bit, but I don't know. Happy New Year to you, Robbie, as well. But let's get into this game. Some good things that we saw in this game against the Jets. What are some of the good things you thought you seen?
Well, I'll tell you what. The offense looked pretty good in the second half. And in our notes, we talked about Amari Cooper, and I want to talk about that a little bit more later on. But my big thing that I loved was something that, and I went back, and you're going to laugh at this. I went back to my notes from our podcast on the 1st of August. And let me just go right back there and tell you what I said. Okay, Tyrell Shavers is developing chemistry with Josh. This is in training camp and preseason, right? If he plays well, he should be on the 53-man roster. And I believe he showed us what he could do. That lovely little screen pass what he did with the ball when he ran past everybody, all 6'4", 217 pounds or whatever that he is. He's not a small guy.
Right.
And he ran past everybody. He is showing flashes. He did this in the preseason. So the thing that I loved was Tyrell Shavers the most. What did you love?
So I also liked that as well. I was just excited for him because they said this whole all season he stayed in Buffalo. He worked so hard, wanted to make the 53 man squad, and that game he got in. Good to see stories like that. But I have to say, I liked our offense, period, the second half, going into the second half. I like the fact that that O-line alone is just, it feels so good to say you have a Spencer Brown and you have a Deion Dawkins who their leadership, and then you have Osiris, and then you have Montgomery, and then you have
David Edwards.
Just the line alone is just keeping Josh upright. I think Josh is the least sacked quarterback in the NFL. Kudos to that O-line.
And can I also add one other thing about the O-line? Kudos to our training staff, because this is the second year that our offensive line, through the entire regular season,
knock on wood,
stayed intact.
I'm knocking on all the woods.
They are they stayed intact. They were healthy through the entire regular season, 2 years in a row. Whoa. That almost
regular season and playoffs. Let's do that too. Let's say playoffs as well.
Exactly. And then the regular season isn't over. But for the most part, it's remarkable how healthy this offensive line has been. And you're right. Josh has been basically able to do whatever the heck he wanted to do. He has stayed upright. He hasn't been sacked. He has a comfort level now, I think, with his offensive line. And I thought, I don't know what you think, but I thought there would be at least somewhat of an an adjustment when McGovern came in for Morse, because Morse has been like the umbilical cord for Josh. And then you take that center out of there and the left guard situation, and you insert these people, you move McGovern over, you bring David Edwards up, and it's like plug and play, right?
But and then also too in preseason they were having issues with the snap.
Yep.
And then they got it. Yeah, it's just
Cromer.
Yes.
I swear to God, please, Terry Pagula, next time he needs money, he needs a contract, sign him for whatever you
check.
I don't care. Pay the man. I hope he's our offensive line coach forever.
Yeah. The things that he's doing with those guys is just
amazing.
Remarkable.
Deion Dawkins this year has taken a leap. Like, that's why I guess we just found out he's in the Pro Bowl with Josh, and that's it. But,
and I think that, like I said off mic, I think that enough people are not seeing or saying anything about Spencer Brown. You remember when Spencer Brown was a rookie?
Oh my God.
When he was a rookie, he was up and down, but you noticed when he wasn't in. You noticed when he wasn't in. Yes. He took a step his second year, and we're like, all right, if he could stay healthy. He had a back issue, got surgery, whatever. This year, he took a major step. Major. Yeah, he doesn't need to get chipped anymore. He doesn't need that tight end over there no more.
No. And think of this. He also signed a 4-year, was it, extension?
Yeah, I think it was.
So I don't remember the exact length of time, but he signed his extension without ever going to the free market.
Right. He didn't want to go.
And why do you think that is? Cromer.
Listen, if you feel comfortable and you know your O-line coach can bring out
the best in you,
why would I want to go somewhere else? Like, all you hear.
And hell, like Kincaid said, he saved the Sabres.
The Sabres.
But you're right about Spencer Brown, and the fact that he got ignored as an alternate, which I consider to be ignored, he should be a first-team Pro Bowler. But that's the way the Pro Bowl is so political; it's ridiculous.
But also, I think Robyn is that. So you're saying they're his boy got in, right? His best friend, or is the guy that will protect him to no end, Deion Dawkins. Okay, awesome. But you mean to tell me that our O-line that you can say that's maybe top 5 or top 7 gets no respect?
Terrible.
I don't understand, and I get it's fan related. I get all that. I get it, but still, I think it's just disrespect that your guy on this side is protecting the other guy. I just don't. Okay,
I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you, girl.
But anyway, some other good stuff that from this game, I thought Matt Milano played. The old Matt Milano, shaking some of that rust off of him. I went back and watched some of the all 22, and good. Matt Milano is looking really good.
Good.
Like his anticipation is there now. Like, he's still missing tackles because that's just Matt Milano. He's
always done that.
Yes,
occasionally there's a missed tackle, but
I don't judge on that. But
no way. Are you kidding me? He's all pro.
Yeah. So I like the fact that he needs it, and I think I'm going to ask you this later. I don't know. Yeah, I am, but I think he should play. I'm going to ask you who should play later on in this episode. But I think he should play on Sunday, but maybe not the whole game, but some of it. So
shake the rust off. We need him.
Anything else that you liked from this game?
What's that?
Yeah, so anything else that you liked from this game?
I think you covered it.
Okay. All right. Some things that, I had a question for you.
Yes, you did.
How encouraged are you about this defense? It showed up on Sunday. And we know this defense is sometimes up and down. The playoffs, the regular season that way too. But Epinesa, Von Miller, Smoot, how encouraged are you seeing that game? How encouraged are you in the playoffs for this defense?
I'm not. And my reasons are because we still have this problem in the first half of games on defense. Thank you, Bobby Babich. You are excellent at making adjustments. But why our defense comes out lame almost in the first half of games, not all games, but they seem to lose their edge. And you can't do that in the playoffs. You can't be just a second half defense in the playoffs. You cannot. And specifically, what I have issues with is our defensive line. They are inconsistent, and you could tell, and I've heard this on some other podcasts as well, that in the last few games, I believe it was Joe Marino that was talking about this. May have been Joe Buscaglia. I don't know. I want to credit the right person, but they were talking about how in the last few games there's been a different defensive tackle that has been sat.
Yeah, wasn't it Jones last time?
Right. Every week there's been a different D lineman that's been in defensive tackle specifically that has sat out the game. And I believe that's because Babich is trying to figure out for the playoffs, what is the best combination? What is the best combination? Because you see all these guys going in and out and in and out and in and out. So in fairness, some of that first half stuff might be, we're trying to see what we got here. So I'm trying to be positive in that regard. But the other thing that's bothering me, and it's pretty specific. It's not specific to the whole defense, but where are we at with Kaiir Elam?
I think we're just, I don't know, Robyn, to be quite honest with you. I think we're just okay with him being a special teamer. He might, listen, Bean might have to suck this one up.
He doesn't even play special teams. That's why he sits.
Oh, that's right. Well. He plays special teams. Every now and again, he'll get out there.
Maybe.
I seen him on a punt return. I could have sworn. I might be wrong.
I think I might be wrong. Why they've been sitting him in favor of Ingram, because Ingram does play special teams. That might be who you're thinking of. But Kaiir Elam doesn't, and that's why he's been put on inactive status during before games a lot. But regardless of what he does or doesn't do with special teams, we have a Kaiir Elam issue. If he's not good enough to be playing, especially now when the games don't really count that much, right? The division's been won, blah, blah, blah. You got the 2 seed. If he's sitting in that kind of situation, and he was inactive, if I'm not mistaken, in this last game, what are we doing with him?
I think the project, and I hate to say it because I'm
it's not working.
I'm a stance. I really like him. He's a great guy, great dude. He's really a great dude. But I think Brandon Beane may have to
bite the bullet.
bite the bullet and say, I was wrong with this one.
If you
And
get a
I
fourth
would
rounder for him, do you trade him?
I would trade him. I would definitely, if you can get something for him, absolutely I would trade him.
Fourth rounder, I think, would be awesome.
Yeah.
If you have to take as low as a seventh rounder for him, then you know that's when you're going to have to say, you know what, this was a bust.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if he makes it with another team because their scheme is better or whatever, I don't want to hear everybody whining and complaining and, oh my God, we gave up on him.
Great point, though. John has a great point.
I think Elam will be fine. Look how yes, that's the other part of it is
Yes.
do we try to be patient with him through his whole rookie contract so that, you know, because I don't know when he's due to have a contract extension, but you probably don't want to give him a contract extension, but you do want to keep him as long as you possibly can to give him
After this season, John said, after this season.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that because that makes it a question mark. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And if you offer him a low ball contract extension, he's probably not going to be real happy about that because the second contracts are the ones where you're supposed to make the big money. So I don't want to get into a Kyer Elam thing, but that's a part of the defense that leaves me a little undecided about how things are going to go moving forward.
You know, and if it was a safety or I don't know, I just think, and you're right, Kathy, they love to develop their defense.
Yes.
I don't know. I think if it was like a Bishop, like a Micah Hyde, like a Jordan Poyer, like that, because you've seen how Hamlin have taken a step too. Not saying that he's the greatest safety, because I really don't think. And in his defense, he's all right. But if he goes if he goes somewhere else, probably not. I don't know the developments when it comes to Sean McDermott and developing, and I might be talking out of my ass right now. You can see what they do with safeties, and you can see what they do with linemen. You see, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if it's for Elam, if it's a confidence thing. Maybe he lost his confidence. And to what point are you putting that on Sean McDermott because you flip-flop this guy? His confidence is so out of, you know.
I don't think the situation was handled the best.
I don't think either. I don't think so either, Robyn. First of all, you have a guy, a coach in there who's choosing not to, I don't want to say put your all into him because I'm not there, right? But it was said that Benford was from Villanova, is from Villanova, went to school there. And the guy that was being the coach there is a Villanova guy as well. So of course, you're going to choose your guy. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that was why Benford benefit from that. But Benford's is a great cornerback too. Ooh. He got snuffed too. He got
totally snuffed. Nobody even knows who he is outside of Western New York.
That's crazy. And that's serious because I'll be in spaces. You're like, Benford,
best in the league.
Yes.
It's Buffalo. Crazy. It's a small market. That's why I don't pay attention to those award things.
Yeah,
because they're all political and it's BS.
Oh, he's only 23 years old.
John, that's a good point. It's a good point.
It's going to be hard to get off of him if they get off of him. It's going to be hard.
Going to be hard. It's a difficult situation every way you look at
Douglas is done after this year. They could extend him if they want. I don't see them doing it because is he 30?
A new one,
huh?
They'll draft another corner.
Oh yeah, they draft cornerbacks
every year,
all day, every year they draft corners. That's their bread and butter. Them and linemen. No, them and linebackers.
Except for one technique defensive.
I know they don't do that much. We're gonna have Dan on here, guys, so he's gonna help us navigate this draft that's coming up, but we won't have to talk about that for a long time.
All right,
let's talk about some things that we didn't like before we get into the Rodgers thing.
Okay, one of the things I did not like in this game were the penalties again.
Did you know they had 16 penalties?
In that game, was it
Yeah,
16?
No, 16 alone for the Jets. We had 6. They had 16.
That's ridiculous. But
Undisciplined
again,
football.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox and say, because the other part of this is the refs. The refs, they are
Yes.
so inconsistent from group to group. And I will die on this hill that the NFL needs to do a better job of teaching these groups to be more consistent among each other, because they're not.
I
And
think it's a competition, to be quite honest. Robyn, I'm to the point to I think that some of the groups of, maybe it's John's and Bill and Jeff, they're like, yo, how many flags can we throw today? Huh? 16 by one team is 16 too many. The game at one point, I was like, that's a flag. Oh, that's a flag.
It completely distracts from the game.
It does. It makes it longer.
So if we just had consistency, so that week to week you would know, okay, this is probably what holding is going to look like, right? But from week to week, it's completely different. It's nuts. And the players say all the time they have to go out there and basically test the refs. Okay, what am I going to be able to,
yes.
push? Because you do have to push the boundary. You have to play right up to the boundary. That's what you do.
But there's holding on every play in the NFL. There's holding on every play. But when it becomes very noticeable that they're holding, you might want to call it. But they're not consistent with that.
That one time that they called a hold on Spencer Brown.
They took away the the Coleman touchdown. Was it that one? Yeah, that was bad.
It was ridiculous.
That was bad.
It was ridiculous.
I was like, you're calling that, but you okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the main thing that I did not like about the game. What about you?
Yeah, I would have to say the same thing. I just thought the flow was just bad. I just think I think this year and last year, I think it was noticeable the games that the Bills wasn't playing, and I watched football. It was just, I was like, there's a lot. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, Goodell, you watch this. Can you have a training or something? Like what are we doing?
Yeah, and the lack of consistency in terms of what you see teams get away with. Like certain teams get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are one of them. They get penalized a lot, but it's because they commit holding like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the Ravens play, their defense, they hold a lot.
They do. A lot of people complain about that. A lot of people complain about the Chiefs always holding too as well. So those are my biggest ones.
There's a lack of consistency with how that's applied.
I mean, if you're gonna, because we all know, like, it's just sometimes it's just so obvious.
I'll be honest. In one respect, it's very troublesome if you are at all, and it affects everything. Gambling now.
Yes. Yeah.
It makes it very hard to believe that somebody isn't getting paid off when you see some of these penalties that are called that are just absolutely ridiculous and at the most inopportune times. Oh dear. So yeah, the whole thing with gambling in sports leaves me cold anyway. But besides that, it's just one more thing that makes you wonder about the refs. Yeah, in the playoffs. That's a good point, John. In the playoffs, the Bills they can't be penalized for this much. It will affect the outcome of the game.
Yeah, they did. They actually hired at practice, they bring in the refs. They also have
a guy at the games too.
Yeah. So I mean, the Bills are doing everything they can to not. But I mean, it's the crew, it's the referee, it's the official crew. If they want to call it, they're going to call it. And there's some officials that will call any and everything. That game was just chippy anyway. Did you see the one lineman that jumped on the pile?
I did. I saw
he
that.
He should have got thrown out the game.
And there was no flag thrown for that either, was there?
No. And then Aaron Rodgers. Let's talk about his little late push.
I thought it was hilarious that he got called for that. He thought it was hilarious he got called for that.
He should have got called for it.
He did. He should have. And I'm glad that he did. It just goes to show you, even Aaron Rodgers can be undisciplined at times.
Yeah, and I think let's talk about it since we're here. Aaron Rodgers looked old and he couldn't move. I'm a football fan. I love watching football. Aaron Rodgers, I would have never probably, but again, you love the sport. You breathe, you eat, you sleep football, and that's your life. But he is a shell of himself. And I know guys like that who at their peak, they're the greatest thing, has got to be saying to himself, it's very hard. He looked so miserable out there.
He can't make it through a whole season. He's not Tom Brady. This is the thing about aging. Everybody ages differently. They age at their own pace. Part of it is their history of injuries, all the way along, so on and so forth. But everybody's body is different, and everybody is going to age at a different rate. And we know Tom Brady did everything that he could. He ate, he had a guru, he had all that stuff.
He put millions of dollars in his body.
Yes. And Aaron Rodgers has probably done somewhat of the same thing, although his pathway is a little different with all the hallucinogenic drugs and all the other crap. But the bottom line is Aaron Rodgers looks old.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers looks done. And probably the only team that I can think of that would want to even have anything to do with him might be the Raiders, because they do stuff like that. And they might think that, we can bring him in.
Isn't Tom Brady over there?
Well, he's an owner, a part owner, a very small part owner.
Oh, okay.
But no, he wouldn't have anything to say about that, but it would be interesting. But I think that's the only team that I can think of that would want to even take a flyer on him.
I mean, Tom Brady got out because he knew, I can't do this anymore. My O-line is not protecting me. The problem with Roger is that O-line is not protecting him. And they got some good studs on that O-line, but they're injured. So
they're injured. They're a mess. That team
I would not. Yeah, they're undisciplined.
It's a mess.
They're a mess. The guy came out. Sauce Gardner came out and said that people are not playing for the team. They're checked out, basically.
Yeah, I saw that.
All that talent, Robyn.
Boo-hoo.
All that talent. And it just went to...
It went to the media, who all thought they were going to win the division this year.
They called them, they thought that defense was the Bears defense. And everybody was like, hold on. We haven't seen that. You are names right now. You have not produced any of the numbers that the Bears defense have done.
Not even close.
And now everybody wants out. People want to get money. The other guy, the cornerback, Reed, was saying that he's going to be looking elsewhere. Like, hey, we need a cornerback. We need a cornerback. Maybe we'll pick up him. I don't know. But it's a mess. But we got some other stuff to talk about. It's time to spill the tea.
For me, come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spill no dirty tea. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
Yes.
We're going to spill some tea.
Spill some tea, Robyn. Robyn's going to spill the tea today.
I'm just spilling the tea today because I think we should have show some love for Amari Cooper.
Yes.
I don't think that we're giving enough consideration to just how valuable Amari Cooper's presence has been to this offense, because he has completely changed the tenor of this offense, because you have to account for him. And it doesn't matter what his numbers are. You still have to account for him, because if you don't, he will punish you. And we've seen that. He's played enough to where you can see that if you made him the central focus of a game, he could run away with it without question. He is a number one wide receiver. However, you look at his numbers and you go, and I'll talk about that, Kathy. You look at his numbers, and Amari Cooper's numbers look like pedestrian. But his value to the team, his presence on the offense has made a night and day difference in terms of them being able to be effective, because now everybody really can eat. And everybody is eating. And the reason that everybody's eating is because Amari Cooper is there enough to draw attention so that everybody can benefit from it. Everybody. So I think Amari Cooper should have more recognition than he's getting. And the other thing I will say about this is that it isn't just the numbers and the attention that he's drawing on the field. It's what Kathy just said right here. He's unassuming and he's extremely humble. He is not Stefon Diggs. He is not the kind of guy that wants to be center of attention. He knows, because he's in his 10th year. He wants to win.
Yeah, he does.
And I have one more thing to say about this. He said something about Josh Allen that I thought was really interesting. On that touchdown that he scored, he said, in the beginning, he knew that he was the first look. And he knew.
Oh, yeah.
He said, okay, well, if I get double covered, they're going to go somewhere else.
He's going to come off of me.
He's going to come off of me. Okay, that's exactly the quote. He's going to come off of me. He's going to look somewhere else. So the play starts. He gets double coverage. And he's thinking to himself, oh, well, Josh is going to go somewhere else. Woo! Here comes the ball. And he said, I wasn't really expecting it. And his comment was, and I thought it was interesting, he said, Josh Allen will throw a ball that most wide receivers would think, he's not coming at me.
Yeah.
And you better be ready. And you better always be ready, because you don't know what Josh Allen is going to do.
He gives you a chance.
Yes.
He said that.
Yes, he's a fan. And I think that alone says to me he's going to resign.
I really hope that he does. I do.
I think it will happen. I do. I think he's happy. I think he's in a place he likes to be, with a team that he likes to be on, and he likes the vibe. He likes the family atmosphere. He's very happy, and he most of all likes to play with Josh Allen.
And not even that, you kind of need that veteran wide receiver. Like, Coleman is still going to need year 2, because he didn't play he didn't play the whole season. So he's going to need that veteran presence in there.
Yes.
I mean, so Khair, not Khair. Who am I thinking of? Oh my God. Shakir.
Oh, Shakir
as well. So him too. So, I don't have to spill the tea. I just wanted to piggyback your stuff, saying, I think that my train of thought just went. What's his name? The running back, James Cook. We didn't know James Cook was going to take the leap that he did. Like, James Cook is leading running backs and touchdowns, I want to say. Pissed off.
All in his legs, right? He decided
but his vision now, Robyn, his vision is really good this year.
Yeah. You're right.
He's lining up his blockers. He's allowing his blockers to block for him.
Right.
Which is like, you see this guy and you just, he's no longer, he does it sometimes, but he's no longer shift. He's allowing the blockers. He's allowing the blockers to set up. Yes. Yes.
He's allowing the offensive line, and he's understanding his relationship with the offensive line is better than it's ever been.
Yes.
Better than
he only needs 19 more yards to get 1,000 yards.
Put him out there. Let him get his record.
Let him get it, because I'm pretty sure that's an incentive. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty
The
sure
man
Josh will
leads
start
the
too.
league in touchdowns
take-
as running back.
Josh will take one drive at most, maybe even only one snap, but he'll be out there to start because of his record.
And you know they know this.
Oh yeah.
There's someone in a stats thing
That
saying
record's important to Josh. Okay, there's a lot of records. Josh would just say, I don't care about that.
yeah,
But this is one he cares about because he is so reliable.
right. I don't want to put this up, John, because I don't want to jinx anything, but that probably is the case. Don't want to jinx it. I'm not putting it up. Just want to say awesome.
Way to go.
Yes. So our last game is against, I can't believe that. I can believe it, but I can't believe it. Like, we've potted a lot this season. And it's coming to an end with the regular season. 18 weeks of potting and talking about the Bills, and it's coming to the last game against the Patriots. And as of right now, the Patriots have the number 1 draft pick. If they win, they don't anymore. So, and because I think they want to lose too, but I also think aren't they playing their rookie quarterback?
Drake May? No, I don't think. Well, it's been debated. I saw where the last thing that I saw was that he may not play.
Okay, I'm gonna probably take a listen to.
That's probably going to be up to Bob Kraft. Bob, that's how that shit works, right? But I'm pretty sure Jared Mayo would love to have Drake May start, and I'm sure.
Yeah, because the last pod I heard from him, he was starting, but I haven't listened to the last 2 days, so maybe he won't start. But I mean, he was injured, I want to say last year, so why would you? I mean, I would just be like, no, you're not playing. Don't worry about it. We're good. But one person we know that is not playing is Bernard. Bernard apparently hurt his leg, but that they were saying yesterday he played the whole game. So maybe this is just a precaution. And if it was a
playoff game, he would play.
Right.
But since he has a minor injury, they are probably going to keep him out, which brings up Buffalo Joe.
Buffalo Joe is going to be starting in place of Bernard, which is awesome.
And I believe he'll play a significant amount of this game.
Yeah.
Joe Andreessen. And wow. Yeah. McDermott said, quote unquote, he deserves it. And he does.
That. He does.
He absolutely does. Now, here's the other thing, because we talked about this earlier. Milano is probably going to play at least a part of this game.
Yes.
Because he still needs to get the rust off.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put him out there with Joe Andreessen, that's a good situation. You want the mentor to be out there with Joe Andreessen.
Now, he will be the mic, right? Considered the mic,
Joe
right?
would be the mic.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah. And so you've got Milano on the outside, but Milano has functioned so long in that defense. He's going to be a right-hand man. He's going to be Joe's bro.
Joe's bro.
Milano's going to be Joe's bro. And we get a chance to see, and I'm excited about this because
I am too.
I will say this, UB puts out linebackers. Khalil Mack, thank you very much, is still playing in a high level.
You know he made the Pro Bowl?
Of course. Of course he did. So anyway,
worse. But not to cut you off, but Bernard had better stats than he did, and
it doesn't matter.
He made the not Bernard. My bad. Oh, who was it? Oh my God. Groot. Groot had better stats than him, and Groot's not even an alternate. Is Groot the alternate? No, Groot's not even an alternate this year.
I didn't see him on the list.
Yeah.
But DeMar Hamlin is.
Yeah, look at that. Anyway, who else do you think should sit on Sunday?
Who should sit? Deion Dawkins should sit. Probably David Edwards should sit.
Wait, okay, so wait. if Josh is out there, I want his O-line out there.
Well, they'll be out there if
Okay.
that first drive or whatever. But for the most part of the game, whenever Josh goes out,
Yeah, Deion, you're out.
Deion Dawkins will go out. Probably David Edwards will go out. McGovern will probably go out. They might have Alec Anderson playing center because he has played center. Or Van Pran.
Yep.
Because he has really shown promise at center. So that's probably the more likely guy. Van Pran Granger and Alec Anderson can play left guard.
Right.
And then you have Ryan Vandermark, and Tylen Grable is back.
Yes, he is.
So that's who's going to be. That's who's going to be. And Osiris will probably play. Osiris, I could see him.
Yeah, I could see him playing as well.
Sit Christian Benford, John Roberts said, absolutely. Sit him.
Yeah.
Sit him. Put Ingram in.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah. Basically, that's it. I mean, Coleman, he should be out there because he needs the reps.
Yes.
Shakir, you can sit him if you like. I mean, it also depends because you only have so many practice squads that you can bring up too. So
right. And Tyrell Shavers better play.
No. I want him playing from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just want everybody to be healthy.
Please.
Going into the playoffs, can we just have healthy?
It's a relative term.
Right. It's a relative
Everybody has nicks and everybody's sore by this time of the year, but you want everybody to be on the field that can be on the field.
Yes, for sure. I think that is it. I'm
That's
pretty sure we
I've
established everything.
Although I will say one thing. Can I say one thing?
Yes, you can.
I want to say one thing. I want to say thank you to my podcast sister because this has been I know you knew I was going to do this. This has been a very fun regular season. One I don't think either one of us expected to have happen because it was supposed to be a rebuild year. And look at us now talking about the playoffs and the number 2 seed and so on and so forth.
Right.
But I have enjoyed, we're completing our 3rd season.
Yes.
Podcasting, which is just like, I can't believe that it's true.
I know.
But it's all because of you. And I love the pieces and you are the best.
Yeah, you do that to me all the time.
I do it, and I'm doing it.
It's because of us, and we came together, and it just fit, and it worked. It worked. It just
you and me together. We're pretty good.
We are. We're awesome together. I have to say, we are awesome. And
we're the only female group, right?
I think we are. Still. At least in Buffalo Bills podcasting that I know, we are. And I think we know our little stuff. We know our stuff, So
we might say the wrong names and we might get things mixed up, but you know what? Overall,
I'll do that often. I do that often, but we're good. But again, awesome times, and it's not over. It's just regular season. We have to. I wanted to ask you: does it matter to you? Because there's some games that's coming up on Saturday that will determine who the Buffalo Bills play. Do you care who we play? Because now all of a sudden the Bengals could be a part of it, and so can Miami.
I would rather play Denver. I would rather play a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, me too.
Because McDermott is good against rookie quarterbacks. And it's no disrespect to Denver, honestly. I think they have a very good team. But I don't want to face the Bengals.
I'm not afraid of the Bengals. It's just Joe.
Exactly. Joe Burrow, basically. And Miami, I would not want to. I don't really like teams that you have to play a third time.
Yeah. We've done it. We've beaten teams 3 times. Like we've beaten.
Oh, yeah. And
the Patriots.
We could put the beat down on Miami, especially Tua is not even feeling it,
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe what happened to him. His hip. They're in shambles over there. They just don't know what to do about.
I ain't crying.
I don't give a hoot nanny.
How did we meet? Kath wants to know how we met. How did we meet?
Go ahead.
We met online. And we met over talking about our love of football, and we got just a little bit of interaction going. And then out of the blue, and I'm not kidding you, Kathy, out of the blue, I got this DM from T, and she said, would you be interested in doing a podcast? And I just blew up, man. I was like, I thought I won the lottery.
He's silly.
I swear to God, I thought I won the lottery. I was like, holy crow. She wants to do a podcast with me. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's
how we met.
Yeah, that's the short story. But yeah, I always wanted to do a pod. I wanted to do it with two females talking about football, and no other brighter mind than Robyn, and she writes as well. So I was like, absolutely, I'm DMing her and see if she wants to do a podcast with little old me. And it turned out to be something awesome. We're going into our fourth season, and nothing but bigger and better things next season for sure. But we're not done with this one. We got a lot.
We got a Super Bowl to win.
Yeah, we got a Super Bowl to win. So yeah. But thank you, Kathy, for that question, and we appreciate you. I don't think you were on here. Have I seen this name? Have we seen Kathy's name before? Maybe she's new, maybe not. I don't know. But thank you for commenting. We appreciate that as well. Any interaction with us, we appreciate it. We do. We don't take that stuff for granted at all. But on that note, we're going to get out of here. This has been Tea Time with Robyn. We are out, and it's always Go Bills. Peace, y'all.
Peace.